Bulvinaka and greetings from the University of the South Pacific, Suva, Fiji Islands. The University of the South Pacific's Participatory Action Research Group project began in October 2021. The group consists of research associates and graduate students of the University of the South Pacific and I, Rosiana Lani, the team lead. The purpose of the PAR was to restore the Vatutawi village's watershed, which is drying due to the recent extreme high temperatures and the slash and burn farming practice. Using the community engagement protocol, the Vatutawi community and the USB Participatory Action Research Group agreed that they should replant native fruit trees that were becoming locally extinct to address their water issue. Water is life, and not only humans need water to survive. Due to the drying of the watershed, the Vatutawi land and marine resources have been affected too. So the Vatutawi community and the USB Participatory Action Research Group agreed that they should replant native fruit trees to restore their watershed. With the assistance of the Fiji's Ministry of Forestry, we were supplied with native fruit trees and mangrove seedlings. 9 months after replanting 1,000 native fruit trees and mangroves, the USB Participatory Action Research Group is happy to share not only the positive impacts of the PAR project, but the added value of the PAR on the 1. Environment, 2. Methodologies, 3. Partnership, and 4. Counter-hegemonic initiatives. First, let's look at the added value of the PAR on Vatutawi's manure or environment. Apart from the restoration of the watershed, according to the villagers, water is tastier and nourishing.
Nakana chiko may na banwa tiba gitu kina di benangau ne ngulu nawa ngulu ngel ya nakana pakai make tiba kina nang banwa buri chiko may kina nawai pakai gana wayelak mengo pakai sasab pakai senga suci ngulu ngel kemang isota ba Oxingi kila nada pesa la kapachuna la tiba kini we kaulele wi amen barapat kana cengulu batalengana na itiya nang wai ngulu binaka iyo ngulu kami din sarang.
In addition, the planting of mangroves indirectly contributes to carbon absorption and coastal restoration, as well as marine and terrestrial food sources restoration. For instance, seashells that have become locally extinct have slowly been increasing its population and sizes. Furthermore, after seeing the significance of trees on their community, the members of the Vatutawi community are now more committed to protecting their vanua or environment and have stopped cutting and burning their forest.
Na kini buli kemdo kota maina Vatutawi balete Vatutawi resengkela tu na maroro ini bika kento ken karena kau nteni kau era musula kana kau kana bebono era ikendo bula bali na bakama era singkelati kona era bakamati ko yan kona manu lalai kwendo bambul takana nakau er saba mati asar chunga betni er saba kamati kona kaira bulu tindel ningkel na kemdonge azo maindoge me baramata kana bakasamni lendi bono Vatutawi er sangi zenguna bakam sangi te bakali na kau nangonongo na bisau oyau me raidai Vatavui vale na ndongo e batini matasa iliu se musunga vale na ndongo asianga na ngari na ikara ndolak me batini matasa sarayali ono medaki na vuli na pararam takni ni bisonin raki sengni musna kau samaro na ndongo sangelore itu mai sona kaira sayali sangelore tale na batini matasa.
Second, the participatory action research approach shares some of the indigenous Fijians' cultural values. For instance, the cultural values of sharing, respect, reciprocity, and relationship. As a result, the USP Participatory Action Research Group were able to create the Community Engagement Protocol to guide the team as well as future researchers and community workers when working with indigenous communities. The PAR values are also reflected in the methodology used in sharing and disseminating information. The methods used were Talanoa, interview or story, Vetalanoa, focus group discussion, and photo, voice, and video recording. Talanoa, interview or story, and Vetalanoa, focus group discussion, are culturally accepted methods of sharing information and resolving issues in an indigenous Fijian society. Therefore, the people of Vatavui were familiar with them, as such were receptive and were happy to respond and take ownership of the discussions and solutions to their environmental issues. For instance, the use of indigenous farming methods such as the covering of garden mounds for healthy plant growth and Solisolevaki, communal farming, and Gonusovi, temporary closure of marine areas to restore their land and marine food sources.
Kami Solisolevaki na vanua sa vakavachikuna leni koro era sa tuvatai me titale sona ka sa yalitu me vale suita le mai na lo mani koro meroni kima mi kana chukina mbula chukina leni vanua.
Photo, voice, and video recordings were used to create video documentaries and storybooks. These were shared with the members of the community and became a source of inspiration and motivation to sustain the practices agreed during the PAR because they could see the outcome of their contribution. These video documentaries were shared at the COP26 and are used as learning resources at the University of the South Pacific and University College London. The storybooks are planned to be launched at the end of this year, 2022. The creation of these resources would provide learning opportunities for not only the future generation of Vatavui, but to anyone who has access to these resources. Third, one of the indigenous Fijian cultural values reflected in the PAR, as mentioned earlier, is relationship. The USP PAR's engagement with the Vatavui community provided an opportunity for bi-directional learning. The USP Participatory Action Research Group learning from the Vatavui community and vice versa. More so, other relationships were born out of this engagement. The Vatavui community now has a closer link with the Fiji's Ministry of Forestry, who will be providing technical support to Vatavui in matters relating to fishing and forestry, two of the main sources of income for the people of Vatavui. More so, their close relationship with the Ministry of Forestry gives them access to other Fiji government departments.
Lamani corre sana vuli batorta kindu solito lamani corre atale bunanga ni kwa ngoni vuli lamani corre sale bunambi vuli ndole saratunga lamani corre sona ka kitundu vuli dani rotondo mesolia na ve enkarista kina kani vuli me tosona ngoni vuli be sakona chiko bango lamani corre lebu sara lebu na ngoni vuli sara atonga na fombi tu satu lamani corre sara sengi gato sogana ra vuli ka kitu vuli na ka vuli dani nomdo lak chiko na kani USP na kemdo sola chiko na do be bayalong kang kata chiko me tosona.
Furthermore, building a rapport with the members of the Vatavui community have also led to the school leavers at Vatavui being encouraged to return to either high school and or to be enrolled at the University of the South Pacific or any other tertiary institution to pursue further studies and get a job as an alternative source of income.
Kau mai boleh darau baletan kena tuberi rana lubegi mami na ni mami soli nanonra bator daketak nanonra kanibuli bersama ya ko sotu nanonra kanibuli na koroko ado ba leusar nangon ado bana pomono como vitu ersame ado ko sotu iana kana ado maina bertona baleslesin university ertomi patoro idaketa kana nonra ambulana solution albegi mami membaleta nonra kanibuli mera leibuli sobe rasado basarte kona batangan dinibuli mera leibuli na university kona kana liu levu me bakar me tumberi mera balong gangataki mera tosotal na nonra level ni kabuli ralevu begema nalu begema mersama ya ko sotunga baka nalu bengo ndwana lubengo leon ava na form 6 rawata na form 6 samitunga na koro usa mani tuguna tigo buana laibuli randa betiko ngona remi politiko yersa binakata sara merasa ngangandre mera buke me berto na ngasibuli me baleta nonra buli patakin nonra dahabat.
Fourth and final, indigenous knowledge, skills and practices were used, tested and were proven to be effective and invaluable by indigenous Fijian elders over millennia.
Ni umbula sa bisa usaranga bakaliw. Imata kasi sautu nasa salu meondagi na ilapa naika nanggoli-goli sautu iwai nga sautu iwobo nabuni laulau. Yo ni wakama sa lenga-lenga bakaliw usaranga. Yo mami dola bakaliw ngaiwai.
Ketua Batambuya. Ni otingana na watarai-sulu wana tutawa. Singasari watarai-sulu gitu andola bakina. Kwa evira batana isu nangari lilimu. Para tumbuki ngai matasawa ini matani corona. Ya naika asen dagarau. Ya biungana lawa bango asen dagarau naika.
However, according to the Batutawi people, they have lost some of their knowledge and practices of mitigating and or adapting to climate change. They have lost this knowledge, skills and practices because they are not taught in the community and schools. Also, they are not using the knowledge, skills and practices due to people's view of their epistemic value. Western or conventional or scientific knowledge is viewed as more important as or of more value than indigenous knowledge.
Nabuli, na ngone na rasa nabuli wara senso tamu ni kornabuli sampai pamatak taki nabuli na unonda bengarat na USP kena unonda sa vaka tume na tambangone na kena tebaki na dong au kere me sotan nabuli mengarabi me laba nyabe kema tambangone nabuli baka ngango iya me kena sangai me marroinga na mbuli tambangone kena sangai me mambuli de na kena tebaki na kakana mbulu kena buke na tadike mami na kena sangai me rababuli di sarbale na kau ni buli kena buli upskilling.
Sometimes indigenous knowledge is viewed as witchcraft or superstition. For instance, the use of traditional knowledge of forecasting weather and or traditional medicinal knowledge. Since one can see the future or heal someone by using traditional medicine or traditional massage skills, these are seen as witchcraft. Therefore, people fear its practice for being labeled as satanic or devil worshippers. This type of thinking came about since the introduction of Christianity. Some indigenous practices were banned from being practiced because they were seen as evil. However, we need to decolonize the mindset of indigenous people and policymakers, as we can see the epistemological validity of the traditional practices and knowledge in our work with the Watatambi people. For instance, Vanuasoli, the temporary closure of marine area, led to the increase in number and sizes of fish and marine resources in the restricted area. Also, for those who were able to forecast cyclone, they were more prepared before Cyclone Winston than those who could not forecast cyclone.
Matay mandanga na dona besau ke mami ebukia saranga kina na be sini koro alenga na be buvale saranga. Matay mandanga na kena mbudini na teni kau. Na ngo ndabuti ko na lomani koro batu tabui. Endua na nurseries endo na greenhouse me kani bure ni lavo ya na kani koro. Na bebu vale talengar sa teke bu merakila na lava na kenayanga na tekau. Sa teke bu budi ni talenga non rave kau na be te. Na kau talenga mera binagata meratea merabolitaka na be kaya na be bakasa mabaya asyangatu na lomani ko. Aki to bina tatu kina na nito me sema batakina university. Kau tamai na bula kau talenga mena bure ni lavo na koro wasi bina bebu vale andundua saranga. Na kebaka erto sini keto sing sama bata ke mami sini kilatu ni angatu so ne kawera tungo menda budina menda voltak meroni bukia talenga kina na nonda matentu na kana tena kau dongo na ndongo lebu ni kuar sa budina taltunga na ndongo loman koro batu tabu.
Finally, the traditional governance system enrolls each member of the community is ascribed to enhances the practice of traditional knowledge, skills, practices, and wisdom they were socialized into.
Kema ngibuli kino kema minanga sera hulsan ngake na nalubi kema na makumbi kema mera tumutungo mainanga ulango. Ena binga ulanga era na sotaba tina na bi lenga stoya kema mia sotaba. Er sakilacho na keni wali. Ina bika kuni mai vai barita ka kema.
Formalizing this knowledge, skills, practices, and wisdom in the school and university curriculum, more so, legitimizing them in policies and acts, will raise its value and practice, ultimately resulting to a climate-ready and sustainable society and world.